Hello!
There we go.
Welcome back to the podcast. This is the Halloween podcast. Oh, it's a scary time tonight. Halloween, this is Halloween. This is Halloween. Okay. All right, we'll just fade that out. You see, what I'm doing is I'm just pulling the phone away from the
There we go.
microphone.
Nice and faded.
Look at that. Nice and
That's
faded.
to avoid in post-production.
As Halloween should be.
All right,
Oh, boy.
everybody.
So I literally just got back from the airport. Ooh, don't hit
Sorry,
the
my
mic,
bad.
Simon.
My bad.
Yeah, I just got back from the airport literally like 3 hours ago. Came to school just for this. I just came here for this Halloween spooktacular podcast. That's overused. Spooktacular.
Hey,
What should we...
no, our podcast is spooktacular.
Okay.
Right?
Hey, do you know what'd be scary?
What?
If we were 2 feet away.
Whoa. Really
Should we go?
changing it
I'm
up,
gonna,
huh?
I'm gonna move the chair closer.
Okay.
I'm moving the chair closer.
Oh, guys, it's
Oh,
getting scary.
Oh, whoa.
Now we're just like 2.5 feet away.
Yeah, it's like 2.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
won't
you
change
guys!
the
It has been a pain in my neck to get this damn thing started. Darn thing started. It is like it took us half an hour to figure out how to turn on this
Much went wrong.
flippin' microphone, and then then the audio wasn't working, and we're trying to listen back to our like test tracks, and the speakers are just like, nah, I'm not gonna do it for you today. Not today, Chief.
Nope.
And you're like, what the frick, man?
Yeah, so that brings me into the next thing. We have to be very careful not to screw up or have anything slip out because we literally cannot edit this thing basically at all because we can't listen to this.
So this is the raw footage you guys are listening to.
We're just gonna do it
This
raw.
is it.
Raw
This
and
is
faded as Halloween should be. We're off to an amazing start
Raw.
already. What?
Okay, so what we're gonna be doing today is we're gonna be listening to, Joseph and I are gonna tell a couple different Halloween stories that we've found.
Actually, I
think-
couldn't find one.
What was that
but-
one of the 9-year-old?
It was a weird one. I could go find it.
Read it, man.
Yeah.
While
Okay.
you look for it, I'll read the first one. All right.
Yeah.
So this one is, it's called The Hook. All right.
Some of you may be familiar with this one.
Some may be familiar with The Hook, but here, okay, we're gonna get really nice and
Okay. It's ASMR Simon.
well, yeah, some more storytelling. All right. Okay. The Hook. Teenage couple drove to Lover's Lane and were making out when the music was interrupted with a special bulletin. The radio announcer said that there was a mass murderer who had just escaped from the local insane asylum and was on the loose.
Well, the local insane asylum,
Everybody's
just those ones that are in a 2-mile walking radius from you.
just your local.
Just
Head
right to
on
my
down
local-
to your local insane
Local
asylum.
insane
Meet your
asylum. Usually, they're like on guarded like islands or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Not today. Not
No,
in this story.
Not today.
All right. It's Halloween. Anything goes.
There's more insane asylums than there are Tim Hortons.
There's more damn insane asylums than there are elementary schools here. You know? Okay, anyways, back to the story. Excuse me. The announcer urged everyone to be on the lookout and stay indoors.
I'm sorry. Okay. Get real close to the mic.
Immediately after, the girl was frightened and she urged her boyfriend to take her home. He insisted that everything was okay and continued to kiss her. She heard a strange thumping noise, pulled away, and insisted they leave. Although he was irritated, he realized the mood was broken, and he drove her home.
That's right. You gotta know when to back off.
Yeah.
Yes, that's very
No
important.
means no.
Yeah. No means no.
Doesn't even matter if you're supposed to be raw and faded on Halloween, okay? No means no. No exceptions,
That's right.
right? And this is what our story's teaching us.
And no exceptions means no exceptions. Continue.
Okay, continue. When they arrived at our house, her door was stuck and wouldn't open. When the boy walked around to her side of the car to let her out, he was shocked to find a hook lodged in the door handle. Needless to say, they were very lucky that night. The end.
How would you rate that story on a scale of 1 to 10? Like, okay, first we'll how about let's just rate it on how scared you were just reading that.
I was terrified. I must say, I was shivering, like, on the edge of my seat the whole time. There's sweat dripping down my forehead right now.
That's an honest 7 out of 10 for me.
You know why? You know why it was so scary?
Why?
Not because of the man with the hook, but because of all these teenagers who are just having
and they're just
underaged,
interactions with each other.
Yeah, and it's
that's
completely inappropriate.
That's a dangerous game to play.
It really is,
especially on Halloween when you're faded and
raw and faded.
Raw.
It's just not good. And that's what the story tells us.
Yeah.
It's all a metaphor for
Really?
everybody should practice abstinence. And
yeah, that's really
because you never know.
really what I
You
take
never
away.
know.
You don't.
There could be a man with a hook for a hand who just escaped your local insane asylum, who's coming to kill you while you're making out with your girl. All right?
Yeah,
And these
that's
are
right.
chances we cannot afford to take. Right?
Hey, yeah.
Hey, that biscuit looks good.
But
Don't risk it.
Don't risk it.
Don't
for the
risk
biscuit.
it for that biscuit. It's not worth it. I promise you. You can get plenty
Hey,
biscuits elsewhere.
Take Jack Black's advice. Hug her softly.
Oh my god.
That's so.
That's story number one.
This is story number 2. I found.
Hang on.
Yeah?
I really hope that everybody listening learned something from that story. I know I did, just from reading it.
Yeah.
My head is full of knowledge, and
Yeah.
I just feel
honestly.
so much more
so
wise
much better
right
than
now.
materialistic things.
Exactly.
Anyways, enough with the references.
Continue.
So this is a story I found on Wattpad just about an hour ago. It's about Club Penguin. That's all I know about it. I haven't read it in advance.
Oh my god.
I
no.
literally have no idea how this is gonna go. It's a little bit longer than Simon's.
That's okay.
I'm just
Nothing
gonna.
wrong with that.
I can't match your really
You can do it.
nice
you can do
voice.
it. You can
but-
do it. Just speak close to the mic. Ready?
Most of us. No, I can't. I'm sorry. I didn't know what came over me there. It was some exorcist dealio going on over there. Most of us know it. No, I'm trying. I think I got a cough. Sorry, I got a cold. Okay. I'm just gonna read it kind of normally, but also quietly, so it's scary. Okay. Maybe you can do some like background, some soundscape, maybe some like wind,
Sure.
like
I can do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll
right.
help the atmosphere. Make
Okay.
sure you're watching this with headphones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it'll be
surround
so much
sound.
better.
It's surround sound.
Okay. Ready?
Okay.
Go.
Most of us know who. Excuse me. Let me start it again.
Come on, man.
Hey, no edits. No edits. We can't edit anything out. Okay.
God. Okay, go.
It was written by a 9-year-old. I can't.
Fair
okay.
enough. Fair enough.
Most of us who know and play the MMO Club Penguin know of the rumor of tipping the iceberg.
Do.
One sentence in. Okay. Well, I read a forum, and one post of a moderator said that on a completely empty server, one can go on and tip the iceberg by themselves on a certain point.
Cricket.
Me, being a self-proclaimed mythbuster, decided to try it out. I went on a server named Iceberg, bracket, no pun intended, end bracket, and headed to, well, the iceberg. As I joined the iceberg, I saw that there was a player there. I thought this was an empty server, so I was perplexed by this. When I clicked on the player card, it showed the penguin's name was 666. I dare not say the numbers. In fear, he might come back with a odd background.
What?
With a odd background. Okay. The background was a view of hell, showing flames and molten lava. Come on, you can't do soundscape there.
How do I make?
You know,
Is that what
volcano
lava
sounds.
like? Okay,
You
sorry.
know,
Read it
it's
again.
okay.
Read it again.
Okay. Okay. The background was a view of hell, showing flames and molten lava. There we go.
Hot lava.
His attire was a devil costume, complete with a trident. I checked the number of players on the server, and the list only had me on it. Even after refreshing the list numerous times, I thought this was a sort of bug, as in a player model data from hours or days before being submitted to the screen.
Oh my god.
Now there's gibberish random. Oh, it says in brackets, translation from Hebrew. He wrote Hebrew letters, like characters
Why
here.
did he write Hebrew?
I don't know. It's like, okay, this is the translation. Ye hath crossed a dangerous path, puny mortal, the player said. After the text disappeared, he said something else. More Hebrew letters. You do not know the ancient tongue, you jester. Knowing some Hebrew, I saw this as an insult. As my penguin waddled over to the Aqua Grabber game, a text popped up saying, you shouldn't have done that. And all of the icebergs started rumbling and quaking, breaking the iceberg in half, leaving me with 666. I waddled over to the edge of the cracked iceberg and 666 followed me.
Oh my god.
He said in English for the first time, saying, why are you running from me?
No.
You shouldn't have done that.
No.
666 pulled out a knife and stabbed my penguin in its chest. Okay. Sorry, it was getting really intense. I was getting kind of carried away.
That's okay.
Sorry, guys. I was being possessed by some sort of thing I didn't know.
Can you read that again so I can make the blood splatter sounds?
Oh, okay. 666 pulled out a knife and stabbed my penguin in its chest. Blood poured out, and I'm not talking about CGI. I'm talking about it looking like real human blood. My penguin fell, and 666
Human blood is a
kicked.
penguin.
I know.
Okay,
I
moving
think
on.
all the penguins and club penguins are just humans and penguin mascots.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Okay, continue.
Not anymore, since club penguins no more.
Shut down. That's the scariest. That's the
Oh wow,
scariest of
that's
stories.
I spoiled the ending. Oh
Yeah.
no.
Okay, continue.
My penguin fell and 666 kicked him into the cold water, leaving part of the water red with blood.
No.
My screen went haywire, but when it reset, it showed my penguin alive, but had stitches on its chest where the knife struck.
Oh my god.
Its setting was in the town. What? Its setting was in the town. I was thirsty and creeped out, watching my back as I went to my refrigerator to get some water. I went back to the computer and saw that 666 was in the town square with me. I typed in, why are you doing this to me? And immediately he replied, because I like watching people suffer. Trying to run away, I went to the gift shop. I saw blood and intestines spewed everywhere, with a severed penguin's head attached to the blow dryer. In the changing room, it showed the curtain opened and showed numerous bodies strewn and severed all over. The screen went red and showed horrifying images of real mangled human body parts, and the computer caught fire. As I ran to get the fire extinguisher, which we all have in our homes, I heard a faint laughing noise coming from the computer. This is the last part of it. A few days later, I went back on to my account. It said I was banned for all eternity, showing 666's model replacing the moderator badge.
No.
That's it.
He took over.
He took over.
He took over Club Penguin.
I don't know what. I got
Wow.
really loud there. Something came over me and
That's
possessed
okay.
me.
Don't worry about it.
I can't explain. How would that was terrifying. What would you rate that? I'd say for me, it's a solid 9.5 out of 10. I was that
Yeah.
terrified.
It's comparable to The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Sorry, comparable to The Exorcist. It's comparable.
That wasn't bad for a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to
He's
give
got a
him the
future.
benefit of the doubt. He might be 12-year-old.
He might be 12.
Well, I'm not sure how
12
long
years
ago
old
that was
now.
written. Yeah.
I mean, that's 12 now.
Yeah.
Wow.
'Cause, wow.
But wow, seriously,
I miss
guys.
Club Penguin. I was a huge fan of
You
Club
know,
Penguin.
I
Had
loved
all
it.
the
It was
stuffies and
great.
everything.
My house was like lit. Everybody would come to my house for the parties.
Oh yeah.
They'd bring their pets.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was pretty
wow.
cool. I like the little fur ball games where you could like
Yeah.
shoot them up.
The
and
Puffles.
the
you mean?
Puffles,
Yes.
Puffles. That's what they're called. I haven't
Yeah.
played in a while, man.
Yeah, man.
But jeez. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyways, I think that we're gonna sign off from here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, this has been a very spooky
Spooktastic.
time. Oh, you know what? I should
Should we do
sign
joke?
off.
Should we do a joke?
Oh yeah. We'll
Yeah,
do-
just to
do
lighten the
joke
mood a
of-
little bit, guys.
joke
You
of the
know,
day,
I know
yeah.
it's been really scary and kept you on edge this whole time. So I think
All
I think we should finish it off with a joke.
Yeah, we're gonna finish it off with a nice, good-hearted
exactly.
white dad joke.
All right. And if you guys don't know, this is the only reoccurring gag we have on the show. Is it a show? I guess a show.
Yeah, sure.
My dad sends me a joke every single day of the week, except weekends, because he's union. And they're usually pretty bad. So I decided that I need to share my pain, because if I have to suffer, you all have to suffer with me.
So do you. Can you find a scary one, or is it?
He
just-
doesn't send scary
He
jokes.
doesn't send scary.
He's
Okay.
yeah, he's too
Sacrilegious.
He's too vanilla for that.
Oh, I see.
But you know, I have a pretty good one here.
All right.
Okay, you
let's
ready?
hear it.
So there's a father and the son. They're in a car together, right? And the father says to the son, he goes, "Son, you're adopted." And the son goes, "Oh my goodness. I know, heavy stuff, right?" Okay. So the son, you're really feeling for him, right? He goes, "What? I knew it. Dad, I want to meet my biological parents." And the dad looks at him and says, "We are the biological parents. Pack your bags. They're going to be here in 20 minutes."
That's nice.
There you go.
Good old mood.
Dad joke.
right there. Yeah. Oh my god.
All right, guys.
Oh, actually,
Oh.
I wanted to show you guys something. So, Simon, I showed you this in private one time, but you know, my alarm clock in the morning is terrifying.
Oh yeah.
It's
that's
like
right.
this loud, really ticking sound. It's from
right.
Dunkirk, and it's just really insane. But I've changed my alarm to an even more terrifying tone.
God.
Okay, I'm gonna play it for the speakers. I'm gonna hold it a little bit far away.
Okay.
I'm not sure how the audio is gonna play out with this, but you know, we're gonna see how. This is how I wake up in the morning. Okay.
This is awful. What is this?
It keeps going.
Oh my god. Who would want to wake up to this?
I do, apparently.
Is there like a guy in the background who's like,
Wake up! The jets are coming in!
and you're like, you just spring up from
This is
bed,
me
jump
just
in the
covered in
shower.
sweat.
Oh, that's what. You're late.
Yeah.
You're late now.
Yeah,
That's
that- honestly, if I
when the
don't,
bomb goes off, it's like, well,
If-
you know, you're screwed.
if I don't wake up by that time, I'm having the most horrific nightmare of my entire life.
That's
Anyways,
awesome.
I hope we gave you guys a good scare
With our stories.
with our stories.
Don't
and
forget-
my alarm clock.
A really important lesson we learned from today is that
It's the lesson of
you know,
consent.
you shouldn't. No, we learned 2 lessons today, didn't we?
Oh, what was
One from each story. The first one being
always have
you
a
know,
fire extinguisher handy by your computer.
Okay, so we learned 3 lessons. Always have a fire extinguisher handy in case there's a Satan representative on your video game. Second of all, children, you shouldn't be playing video games without your parents' consent and permission. That's really important. There's some scary people out there.
Well,
Yeah. And thirdly, please, everybody, practice abstinence. Anyways, have a great Halloween.
happy Halloween.
Be safe.
Ciao or boo.
Boo.
Scary.
Boo.
Boo.